So Alan, first of all, congratulations through to the second round. How relieved were you to get that one over the line in the end?
That is exactly the right word, relieved, because I knew I was practising well, I knew I prepared well, but first 2 sets were great, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, fell off a cliff. I said in the interviews next door, I looked up at the screens when I came back on for the 3rd set and seen my average, and I don't know if that's something that's in your head. You thought, oh, you're playing well here. It's something that maybe the PDC can put a screen so we can't see it, but I knew I was playing well, but to be honest, I'll take it because I was very lucky there to win that match. Very lucky.
Did you feel sort of unbelievably confident when you go out into those first 2 sets? Because like you mentioned, you were on fire going out there.
So I've had really good practice leading into this. I practiced with Chris Dobie yesterday and we had unbelievable matches against each other, and I thought if I can push Chris, then I can beat Teemu, but that's not the way it works. And darts is a weird sport for... He came back at me great. You know, the last couple of sets he was smashing the scores and he's hitting 180s and 140s, but he seemed to check out last dart every time, and that's kind of my thing. It hurts. It really hurts when you're looking at the ground thinking, give me a chance, but he kept checking out last dart. I was like, oh. So yeah, just relieved. Relieved is a perfect word. Can
you put your finger quite on what happened going into that 3rd set? And was it to do with seeing how well you were performing?
Maybe, I don't know. I always watch it back and critique myself, so I'll watch it back and, yeah, maybe not look up at the screens and see how you're doing. But also, he probably started playing a bit better, so the 2 of those collided and he was a better player in the last couple of sets. But I'm a better player.
Yeah, credit to Teemu, of course, but how encouraging is it that you know that you can play like you did in those first 2 sets, especially going into a really tough second round match against Van Veen?
Against who?
Jan Van Veen, you've got in the next round.
Yeah, I didn't know who was playing. Yeah, do you know what? I know I need to play like that against him. I've played him a few times on the Pro Tour. If I can replicate the first couple of sets and make it a 3rd set, then he goes back to Holland 3-0 down.
Thank you, Alan. Well done.
Alan, congratulations. When you're cruising and then get pegged back, do you have flashbacks to the nightmare that you had last year and are you thinking, not again?
I actually thought I was going to lose. I stood at the back and thought, it's over. He's going to check this out and that's me done. And I kind of looked over at Amanda and my family and my manager and thought, sorry guys. And I kind of had a moment. But then, darts is funny because I think he had double 8 and he was nearly double 11 and I thought, So, yeah, it's darts and I'm not a top player, so it's expected that there's going to be a little bit of drama.
Also, at the wrong end of that rankings in terms of getting closer to that 64, is that a relief that with that win you've given yourself a buffer in that position? Yeah,
I know, that's the kind of thing you look at, but Phil, I think I'm 52, so I'm nowhere near 64. So the reality of that is I'm happy for next year, and also the reality of the PDC changing the ranking system is I'm going to be 32 to 64. That's where I'm placed. So you're never going to close that gap in the next couple of years. So I'm quite happy, and I think that I will maintain top 64 for the next couple of years.
We know the amazing stuff you do away from the hockey, and with the standard getting better and better, how hard is that now becoming to juggle everything that you do and being a professional player?
Did you watch the first 2 sets? Yeah.
Yeah, but
if you've got it, you've got it.
Got it, I get that. But how difficult across the whole year? Because we've seen, I say, ups and downs in your season. Some good, some bad. Yeah,
clearly, I don't operate the same way they guys operate. You know, the guys that are playing all the time, playing in all the events, they have got a foot up. Of course they have, and that's their job. But it's not my job. I'm just here for a jolly, so it's perfect. I'm back to night shift tomorrow night, and I'm happy with that. So all good.
Alan, congratulations on the win. That 15-match darts, I believe it's an unwanted record for you on the Ali Pali stage, if I'm not mistaken. But for you, are you experienced enough now here on this stage and in darts in general to just wipe that out of the way for the rest of the tournament?
Oh yeah, it's a win. So averages, missed trebleless visits, all that stuff's irrelevant. It's a W. And a lot of the guys will tell you it's about a W. Yes, you want to put in a market and you say I'm a 100 average or I'm a 95 average or something, but yeah, a 90 average and a win, I'll take it. I'll take an 83 average and win. So everyone will tell you just want to win that first round game. And it's horrible, but the standard is so different now to maybe 5 years ago even, and it's really hard. And no disrespect to Teemu, he comes in here from Finland and everyone thinks, oh, Soutar's going to win this easy. Come on, man. Give the guy a bit of kudos for been at Ali Pali and given him the respect he deserves. He almost beat me and he maybe should have, so I'm quite happy with my experience. Maybe got me over the line with that double 16.
And also, you were saying just before about not being sure that you're going to close up and go higher up in the rankings too far. As someone who I don't think you've ever even missed a Pro Tour event, you're very committed to that sort of thing. Do you not you believe you do have the potential to get there?
You need to be at every Pro Tour event if you're not in the top 32. The way they've changed the ranking system, it's almost impossible. And I'd love Phil to go look at what the ranking is at 16, 32, 48 and 64 and see the massive gap they've created. It's almost impossible unless you've got the talent of young Luke or Springer or Charlie Manby, whoever. They guys might close the gap, but for the rest of us, it's almost impossible now.
With that ranking system and also leading on to things like the Euro Tour qualification, for example, is it straight away all eyes lead to Ali Pali and that really big stage because you feel that's your only stage time?
Yeah, so for me, the whole year comes down to the Players' Championship finals and Ali Pali. If you're in both of them, you'll probably keep your tour card. So that's where I am in the ranking system at the minute. I've got 2 years left in the fire brigade though, so watch this space when I retire.
Best of luck for the rest of it.
Thank you.
Alan, well done on the win. You've always been sort of quite vocal about the changes to the European tours, and other players have been as well. Have you had conversations with either the PDC or the PDPA and voiced those concerns to try and change things?
Mate, I'm 52 in the world. We don't get any say in anything.
Have you spoken to other players about it? I mean, the PDPA is there for the players, isn't it?
Yeah, cool. Good question.
You said that, well, Scott said that you've not missed a Pro Tour, and you said that you're back on the night shift. How do you find the time to sleep, work your night job, and also play every darts event that you can?
It's just me. I say a lot of guys like that. There's a lot of guys still got jobs, so yeah, they make a big thing about me still being a firefighter, but at the end of the day, you can make it a system. The system that's there, I have to be in every single Pro Tour. I have to be there. I can't miss one. Even that, well, it's going to be 1250 next year. That's mega important to qualify for the last 2 events of the year. And I think, like say your Willie O'Connors and Mickey Mansell's, we're all in the same boat, Madars Razma. We're in that position that we need to be at every event because the likelihood is you're not going to be in many Euro Tours because of the change in the system. So it sounds like I'm beating the same drum I've done for the whole season, but it's reality for us players that are outside the top 32.
Thanks for your time, Alan. Well done today.
No worries.
Well done, Alan. I know the last 2 years haven't gone your way World Championship-wise, but do you draw on your experiences of 2 back-to-back last 16s 2 years before to, get you through games like this?
I don't know, actually, because it's funny you ask. That's a great question because the expectation on me from Scotland is huge. Like, everybody thinks, Suits will be great, and you're like, I maybe won't be, but I'll try my best. And I feel the weight of Scotland wanting me to do well down here, so yeah, I think experience may be counted in that last start at double 16, which is funny because when I'm sat on 45, my manager would be standing behind me saying, go 9, double 18. But I missed 18s a few times inside, and I just thought, do you know what, go 13 and change it up, and it worked out all right.
And what do you put this year's form down to? Because obviously last year you won on the Pro Tour, and this year you've had 3 quarter-finals. Is it kind of the pressure of trying to qualify for these Euro Tours at the end of these?
Nah, the Euro Tour is not important, actually, for a guy in my position. The Pro Tour is very much important. So, like you say, getting 3 quarter-finals, 2 of them are back-to-back in Milton Keynes. So that weekend pretty much put me in Ali Pali. So from that regard, that's a great season for me, banging quarter-finals. The floor is so hard. It's so hard to get through the first round, never mind getting to a quarter-final. So, yeah, I'm very happy with my performances on the floor. Yes, I maybe lost, I think I lost 14 first-round matches, but then you get drawn against seeds. So it's a hard graft, very hard.
And a word for Teemu. How good does that sort of showcase how the Nordic and Baltic Tour is and what it produces?
Yeah, so I played WDF, I played in the World Cup 5 times. I played against Finland, I played against Sweden, I played against Norway. So these guys are class players. They're just not getting the breaks, and also a lot of it's UK based or Germany based. So yeah, the German players are coming to the fore now, but Scandinavia and the Nordic Baltic Tour is brilliant. And one of my best mates on the tour is Madars Razma, and I've seen him get better and better and better and better, unless he plays me.
Thanks, Alan.